Do you know what almost bankrupted Google? It was scaling. They simply had way too much data to handle, and if they didn't tackle the issue, they were going to be out of business. Google had so much data, it was crashing regularly. The web crawler had stopped working, and users were being served results 5 months out of date. The code that managed indexing took days to run, and if something went wrong, they lost all of its data and had to restart the program from scratch. This happened often because Google was still a startup running on less than ideal server infrastructure. The problem was when Google first started, their entire index could be stored on a single computer. But by the early 2000s, this was no longer possible to do. They wrote new code so hard drives could fail without bringing down the entire system. Checkpoints were added to the indexer, so when it crashed, it could be restarted from the last checkpoint. Advanced compression algorithms were utilized to double their total storage capacity. This was an incredibly stressful time for everyone at Google, and while they eventually scaled to the powerhouse they are today, they're not the only ones to have issues with scaling. But why is scaling so difficult? Well, one of the first problems you might run into is a search issue. The only reason you can find the words you're looking for in a dictionary is because it's laid out alphabetically and well structured. But as a startup, your data is not as efficiently organized as you think, and as your dataset grows, it will take longer to find the data users need. Search algorithms that were considered good enough when you only had 100 monthly users won't cut it once you reach millions of monthly active users. Continuing on with the dictionary analogy, imagine you and 100 people wanted to look up a word and you only had one dictionary to share amongst yourselves. You better get comfy because you're going to be waiting for a while. You could solve this by just printing more dictionaries, but that will take you straight into the problem of consistency. All 101 dictionaries have to be perfect replicas of one another, and nothing can differ between them. As you scale, your infrastructure's humble foundation starts to crack, because a foundation built for a single-family home isn't going to support a modern skyscraper. This is essentially what was happening to Google. Their code worked well on the small scale, but minor issues became giant hurdles to jump when the scale was magnified in a short time span. That's why creating a dependable architecture from the start is the key to scaling without running into problems. All this talk of Google has reminded me. I hear they really like it when you smash the like button and watch another video. Maybe we should test this.